Hi folks, I'm Jack Malcolm, and today I'm kicking off the first of a series of videos on a critical topic. It's called Max Cred, and it's all about your personal credibility. So let me go ahead and start out by asking a question. Do you want to matter? Do you really want to make a difference in your organization? Of course you do. Now, in order to matter, in order to make a difference, there's only two things that you need. You need ability and you need credibility. Ability is all about your know-how, your competence, and your ability to get things done. I can't help you with that. You're going to have to do that yourself. But I can definitely help you with the second one, credibility. I'm going to talk about the 7 C's of Max Cred, how you can achieve them and how you can preserve them and how you can maintain them. Now, what does Max Cred sound like? Basically, max cred is that when you say because I said so, people treat it as hard data. And it reminds me of a commercial from many years back for a brokerage firm called E.F. Hutton. And there would be two guys sitting in a crowded place, maybe in a bar or a golf tournament or something. And one guy would say to the other, my broker is E.F. Hutton. And E.F. Hutton says, and as soon as he said that, everybody around him stopped what they were doing and listened intently to hear what they had to say. Now imagine if people did that every time you spoke. That's what Max Cred is all about. So credibility is absolutely critical to you because it allows you to influence things far above your title, far above your authority. So let's talk about, first of all, what is credibility and then how do you achieve it? Credibility is an impression formed in a listener's mind at the time you speak to them about the extent to which they can rely on what you're saying in order to influence their decisions or drive their actions. So if you backtrack and parse that statement, basically credibility is not something that you have, it's something that others give to you. Second, credibility is not an on-off switch. It's not you're either credible or you're not credible. Credibility is more like a dimmer switch, and there's a range of credibility, and the 7 C's of credibility can help you increase that range. Finally, credibility isn't really necessarily just about trust, because trust is actually bigger than credibility. Trust is all about if people can rely on what you say and what you do. I'm going to cover this series about people being able to rely on what you say. So let's just get a big picture view of where we're going with the next 7 or 8 videos. The first person to study credibility credibly was a guy by the name of Aristotle about 2,500 years ago. You may have heard of him. He wrote a book called Rhetoric, and he said that ethos, which is the speaker's credibility, is the most important factor in persuasion. And to Aristotle, ethos was the answer to 3 questions that the audience had in their mind whenever they listened to a speaker. Does the speaker have good sense? Does the speaker have good character? And does the speaker have goodwill? I'm going to use Aristotle's 3 questions as a framework for what I call the 7 C's, and each of the C's will be covered in a separate video. The 7 C's are, first of all, credentials. Your credentials lead the way and give you credibility before you even get there. Second is your content. Obviously, if you want people to believe that what you're saying is true, it kind of helps for what you're saying to be true. So the more you know your stuff, the more accurate you are, the more you have facts to back it up. Content is critical. Third is people can't always judge your content because they may not have maybe the technical chops to judge it. So they're going to use shortcuts, and one of the shortcuts that everybody uses when somebody speaks is how confident you are in what you're saying. So we're going to talk about confidence. The 4th C is candor. How candid, how clear, how direct, and how plain are you in expressing yourself to other people? The 5th C is connection. Now, you don't have to be liked to be believed, but it doesn't hurt. So if you can connect with people on a personal level, they tend to like you better and they tend to give you the benefit of the doubt. The 6th C is commitment. If you're extremely deeply committed to a topic, people can see that and you generate the expertise. It makes it almost impossible for them not to believe what you say. Finally, we're going to take a look at all 6, how you cultivate these 6 C's of credibility over time and over your career so you can protect and you can increase your most precious asset. So I look forward to covering this over the next 7 videos. I hope you do too, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.